Poor hip rotation is costing you distance. So in today's video, I'm going to show you a simple but effective drill that will set you up for success in the backswing, making it easier to transfer your weight in the follow through so you can start hitting more powerful golf shots. Let's get stuck in.
Nice.
Okay, mate, let's talk about this finishing position. You've got a funky term that you use in your golf schools called rodeo belt buckle.
Yeah, so rodeo belt buckle. Interesting. I played in this pro scratch for years. My partner and I, we did really well. And so they give you this, the trophy is this really obnoxiously cool belt buckle that you get if you win like a rodeo prize.
Yeah.
And so being a city slicker, I just get a kick out of that. You know, born and raised in Toronto, the nearest bulls closer to me were in the grocery store in the refrigerated section. Okay, that's the only, you know, cows around. So my big thing was, as a joke, I try to create these illustrative mental images for students to say, okay, what's he talking about?
Yeah.
So the campers, a lot of the golfers out there that don't hit it as far as their physicality might permit, you know, aren't using their body properly. And one's just the loading motion. So imagine if I did have this big pie plate belt buckle, big shiny silver thing from one of the roping contest, yeehaw, okay? I tell people, what I want them to do is really show that off in the down the line camera. So I'll explain to them how there's this rhythmic push into the ground to take this pie plate and show it off to the down line camera. Now you'll see, and the reason, we'll see this, Kerrod, all the time. You'll have some lovely guy, be 65, he hits his driver 190, he wants to hit it farther. Then the backswing will look something like this. They'll go into this flex trail leg, this won't move at all, and they're dead in the water. Okay, and so we'll teach them how to get push, create some torsional strength here, push into the ground, turn this, show off that belt buckle to that down the line camera. Now when they have that, which is cool, is now this system's loaded, they can go the other way, and guess what's closest to the target, you know, on the other side? The belt buckle again.
Yeah, I love that, love that.
Right?
Love that.
So just this illustrative thing. So for the viewers, you know, obviously I'm flexed over to a golf ball. You know, tap, tap, aim the face, take a look, settle in my stance. I'm what I call heart to the ground. Now, if you take a look at my right leg, there's this rhythmic push.
And I think, and this can apply to the backswing as well as the follow through, but having the end in mind is also helpful.
Yes.
So when you're starting over the golf ball, if you set up to this one, Martin, let's say we're just getting a player to do a few reps, map out the feeling of what it would be like to complete their backswing and almost visualize their favorite player. Let's say someone like a Nicholas, that would have a huge, big turn, getting that belt buckle facing all the way back. Do that to this, absolutely fantastic. So even just thinking about that over the golf ball, as you make these rehearsals, can just start to free your body up. We want to make sure we are lengthening that trail leg. We are feeling like our chest is getting taller to the top. We don't want to stay too down over the ball. We want to allow this little bit of neck rotation through the ball.
Yeah, it's a dynamic event. Right?
Absolutely.
So, you know, all those little, if you can have that visual that precedes motion, now we're on our way to something good. You know, and then he was always a big fan of holstering and standing there for just a second. What's closest to the target? That big old rodeo belt buckle.
And we know how important it is to hold that for a second in a golf school when you've got 10,000 balls sitting there and everyone wants to go through Ranger Rick mode over and over and over, don't they?
Unbelievable, unbelievable. Like I always say, I'm Keanu Reeves, you know, trying to duck clubs that are swinging around. And you know, and the funny thing too, you know, I'll say, you know, the completion of whatever the goal in mind is, you know, this event of pushing, elongating, creating opportunity for that tension to respond back to the golf ball to hit it far. You know, but end in mind is eventually this club, when I get to this finishing form, my buns are under me, I'm extended. I still have a little side bend. You know, I always say a little bit of water could drip out of my ear, you know, but I'm pushed, my buns are forward.
Yeah, absolutely. And a common term that you use a lot is the rotation and relocation. And a lot of that, really, if we think about our head as almost a stable hub throughout the motion, but the pelvis is moving, it's kind of really dominating that flow towards the target. And at the end of the day, if we have that visual of what that belt buckle is doing with the end in mind, be it in the backswing or follow through, that helps a lot.
So, you know, on that thought, so I'll take a student who's struggling, and typically, you know, what we'll see this pelvis this knee really never gets back on top of the foot.
Yeah.
So your countryman Adam Scott, beautiful swinger of the golf club.
Yeah.
You know, gorgeous free swinger. You know, creates this powerful backswing. You know, and at some point, what's interesting is this pelvis is literally going to laterally move forward while we're relocating and rotating. When I show the student in a video, they'll be like, wow, the pelvis actually moves that much? I'm like, yeah, it does. Here's another example. Here's another example. Here you are backing up the other way, and they wonder why they're a 15 handicapper and never break 80. Right? So when we're teaching them how to get that powerful pelvis motion, the rodeo belt, you know, that behavior of rotation and how to, you know, move that pelvis, how it's the catapult for the arms and how it speeds the club along. Because if we can make the golf course a little shorter, we have more loft into the greens, we're going to score better.
Exactly. You know, exactly. And at the end of the day, even though golf is played from a static position, Martin, it is an athletic, dynamic motion in the direction of a target a long way away.
Amen.
So we need to be in such a state over the golf ball, getting relaxed, moving our body in such a way that we can create this athletic motion. And when Martin hits these shots, I want you to do a couple more for me, Martin. Just pay close attention to sort of the flowy look of his feet, how they move slightly up and down, his arms,
you know,
waggle.
So, absolutely. Heel taps, athletic readiness, waggle. I train people to do this. The club is not on the ground. It's still not on the ground. Now I might tap to find my radius. And then I'm in my finishing form, and then there's my holster, I'm done. That's when the shot's over.
Look guys, some incredible advice out here at the Raven with Martin and Chuck. If you want to improve your golf swing, let's get that belt buckle rotating a lot more in the backswing and the downswing, and it can really help you ball striking. Thanks for watching this video. YouTube thinks that you would benefit from watching this one next. So click that card and it could be the tip that you need to take your game to the next level. I'll see you next time.